Batting second, the right fielder, wearing number 47, Falcon Magana. Batting third, the first baseman, wearing number 33, Morgan Wyatt. Batting fourth, the catcher, wearing number 32, Cade Sikowski. Batting fifth, the third baseman, wearing number 16, Swoop Pujari. Batting sixth, the left fielder, wearing number 19, RJ McDowell. Batting seventh, the shortstop, wearing number 10, Jake Ferguson. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 31, Flynn Morrison. Batting ninth for the San Francisco Seals is center fielder, wearing number 30, Jake Moore. The starting pitcher for the San Francisco Seals will be number 40, Will Sessler, and the rest of the San Francisco Seals. Tonight's umpiring crew is as follows. Behind the plate is Mr. David Noah. At first base is Mr. Dwayne Clemens. And at third base is Mr. Keith Jackson. Now let's meet the defensive starters for your Alaska GoldPanners. Playing in right field, wearing the number 25, Brock Kless. Playing center field, wearing the number 12, Griffin Harrison. Playing left field, wearing the number 29, Brock Rudy. Playing third base, wearing the number 6, Tate Shamau. Playing shortstop, wearing the number 2, Marty Munoz. Playing second base, wearing the number 9, Caleb Milliken. Playing first base, wearing the number 35, Cole Alexander. Catching for your Alaska GoldPanners is number 17, Isaac Shook. The starting pitcher tonight for your Alaska GoldPanners is number 36, Steven Vasquez. Your designated hitter tonight is number 22, Sean Rimmer, and the rest of your Alaska GoldPanners. Your GoldPanners are field managed by Mark Lindsay. He is assisted by Ryan Hansen, Jake Taylor, and Marcus Mastrovoni. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you all please stand. Kindly remove your hats and place your hand over your heart for the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Thank you. All right, baseball fans.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. John Lorky here, filling in for Garrett Von Dane, broadcasting tonight's game between the Alaska GoldPanners and the San Francisco Seals that just made it to town. We got rained out last night, So tonight will be the first game of a 6-game series. GoldPanners 20-12 on the season with 1 tie as they take the field. Seals, we don't have much information on them. They've got a pretty short squad here. They've had some COVID issues in the last few days, so some players have not made the trip as yet, but we expect them here in the next few days. They've only got about 12 or 13 guys on their roster compared to the GoldPanners, which have twice that many. So GoldPanners defensively have got Isaac Shuck behind the plate tonight, Steven Vasquez on the mound, Cole Alexander is over at first base, Caleb Milliken at second, Tate Shamau is at third, and Marty Munoz is at shortstop. Left field, Brock Rudy. Center field, Griffin Harrison, and in right field, Brock Klez. So GoldPanners lost a heartbreaker, or else they'd come in with 5 straight wins. They had a 3-1 lead on the Inland Valley Pilots on Sunday in that second game of a doubleheader, led 3-2, and then a 3-run homer in the top of the 7th sealed that win for the Pirates 5-3. So Panners been playing well of late. They did lose a player to not necessarily the draft, but the New York Yankees organization was talking to catcher Rafael Flores quite a bit before the draft that took place earlier this week. It started over the weekend, and convinced Flores that enough that they still wanted him, even though they didn't draft him in one of the 20 rounds. And Flores flew out last night and will join the Yankees organization in Tampa, Florida here on Friday and see if he can work his way up to the major leagues like over 200 GoldPanners have over the years. So we'll get started here. Vasquez on the mound, right-hander, will face Parker Valzone for the Seals, second baseman. We're just getting started. Beautiful night, 68 degrees. A little bit of a breeze blowing to left field. First pitch is on the inside corner for a strike. Rudy, Harrison, and Klez on the outfield pretty much haven't seen the Seals, so everybody's playing pretty much normal depth and then, straight away because don't know much. Next hit is in the shallow right field, a blooper over the first baseman's head, and that'll fall in for a base hit. Klez comes and picks it in, but Valzone reaches safely on a bloop single to right field to start the top of the first.
Now up for the Seals, number 47, Falcon Magana.
Do my best to fill in for Garrow here. I always have to remind myself this is not radio, it is television. So we really don't have to over-describe anything, because if I don't get it right, you'll know. You'll be able to see it. So next hitter is Falcon Magana, right fielder. Pitch is high and inside, ball 1. Foul zone, don't know much about his speed, but he's on first. Most guys that hit leadoff can run a little bit, so we'll see if the Seals put anything in motion here in the first. Vasquez comes to the stretch. The next pitch is a fastball inside, and it's 2-0. Signs given down in the third base coaching box. Breeze continues to blow to left field. Haven't seen that a whole lot this summer. The ball with the breeze to left field. Next pitch is inside again, and it's 3-0. So a little bit of control difficulty here for Vasquez on the second hitter, going to a 3-0 count. Shamau about even with the base at third. Seals haven't shown any desire to bunt yet. Next pitch is a fastball in for a strike, 3-1. Don't know much about these Seals, as I said. Falcon Magana up now, right fielder. A little bit of activity over at first base from foul zone as Vasquez throws over. Looked like he was interested in going on a 3-1 count. Let's see if the Seals try to put the runner in motion here. Shamau now backs up at third and plays far behind the bag. 3-1 pitch is popped foul behind us, and it's a full count, 3-2.
That foul ball brought to you by the Gold Daughters. Come for the gold, stay for the fun with the Gold Daughters.
I think I'll learn to speak between the public address. I don't know if I can keep up with that one. 3-2 count. Let's see if Valzone's in motion here at first. Vasquez comes to the stretch, throws over again to first. Cole Alexander with a late tag. Valzone back in safely. And we'll do it again. Harrison straight away and fairly deep in center. The runner doesn't go. The pitch is fouled back again, and it stays 3-2.
That foul ball brought to you by Foundation Health Partners.
David Noah behind the plate umpiring. Dwayne Clemens is over at first. And whether you want to say he's a second or third base umpire, Keith Jackson, 3-umpire system tonight. Vasquez again comes to the stretch. Foul zone goes this time, and the pitch is called strike 3. The throw down to second, and they got him there too, a double play. Strike him out, throw him out between Shuck. And it looked like Caleb Milligan taking that throw from second base, so great job there. The pitch was right on the inside corner. Magana took it.
Now to bat for the Seals.
So he is
33,
called out on strikes, and then put out 2-4 for the double play on the caught stealing. So great job by the GoldPanners defensively there. That'll bring up the 3-hitter, Morgan Wyatt, the first baseman. Got some good size. I imagine we got some power out of Wyatt. Another fastball on the inside corner, strike 1. So Vasquez is working that inside half of the plate, trying to keep the ball on their hands instead of getting it outward, especially where some of these big swingers can get their arms extended. Next pitch is a breaking ball that's a little bit low, 1-1. Just underway here, 2 out, top of the first. No score between the Seals and GoldPanners. First game of a 6-game series. The game last night will be rescheduled for Sunday. Next pitch is on the inside corner, and it is 1-2. Umpire with a pretty liberal stripe zone helping out Vasquez here on that inside corner. See if he works it for both sides. The next pitch is a breaking ball outside, 2-2. Shuck looks toward the dugout. Many times the GoldPanners coaches will call the signs to the catcher so that they know what to tell the pitcher to throw. 2-2 pitch is fouled back just off Shuck's glove to the backstop. Stays 2-2. Shamau very deep at third now with a powerful first baseman up with 2 out here in the first. Rudy pretty deep in left. Everybody deep right now with 2 out, nobody on base. Vasquez winds again and throws just up high with a breaking ball. Good slider that was just a hair up, and it's a full count. Vasquez took a couple steps to the dugout like he may have had that one. 3-2 pitch, called strike 3. Fastball right there at the letters, and the GoldPanners Vasquez looks very good in the top half of the first, so the Seals get a leadoff hit but don't score. We go to the bottom of the first. GoldPanners coming to bat, no score. Back here at Growden Park, Tate Shamal will lead it off for the GoldPanners here in the bottom of the first inning against right-hander Will Sessler. Again, don't know much about these Seals, so we'll just have to get as much knowledge as we can in the next few days and see how the GoldPanners can stack up against them. The Panners last played the Seals when they were here in 2019. That was at the end of July in the summer, and the Panners took 3 out of 5. So Sessler's first pitch is down and away, ball 1. Third baseman Tate Shamal, the one GoldPanner on the season that is not currently in college. He's just finished his high school career, will start his college career. Originally he had planned to go to USC, but I think he's chosen another school. I think he's headed to San Luis Obispo. So next pitch is grounded in the hole toward third. Third baseman Pahari picks it up and throws wide to first, and Shamal is there safely. See how they're going to rule that one. Looked like they would have had him with a good throw, so I'd say that would be an error on the third baseman because he had time to throw out Shamal with a good throw. So
number 9, Caleb Milliken.
So the GoldPanners start with a base runner here in the bottom of the first inning. Second baseman Cade Milliken is having a real good summer swinging the bat. Hits second. The speedy Shamal is at first. The GoldPanners have a leadoff base runner. Sessler comes set and throws over to first to keep Shamal close. Not a real hard throw, just one of those want you to know I'm here kind of throws. Jake Taylor coaching first for the Panners. Ryan Hansen down at third. First pitch to Milliken is outside for ball 1. Doesn't look like Sessler throws that hard. He's got a little size to him, but it doesn't look like throws too hard. See how these Panners attack his pitching. Again, a throw over to first, but Shamal back easily.
Nope.
Crowd coming in. Like a pretty good crowd. Weren't able to play last night and then an off day the day before. So the first day in 3 days we've been out here. Next pitch is way outside, 2-0 to Milliken. Not sure if the Panners will start Shamal if Sessler keeps having control trouble. I don't know if they want to risk sending him if he throws a ball that Milliken can't reach. Ball outside again, 3-0. Beautiful night here. Growden. GoldPanners looking for their 21st win on the season. 20-12 and a first game tie against Kenai. Next pitch is in for a strike. This could be a lot of off-speed stuff from Sessler. That's what it looks like so far. The GoldPanners will have to be patient and not get out in front and stay back. It's the type of pitcher that can make you pop up as you're out in front. 3-1 to Milliken. Again, the throw over to first. Shamal back easily.
Nope.
Seals play Milliken a little bit around to the right side, not too much. There's a big hole between first and second. The first baseman having to hold on Shamal, and the second baseman playing somewhat up the middle. Shamal takes off. The pitches must have been down low, and it's ball 4. So the GoldPanners have the first 2 runners on here in the bottom of the first inning. A walk to Milliken and brings up the number 3 hitter, Brock Rudy.
Now up to bat for your GoldPanners, number 29, Brock Rudy.
So now with the runners at first and second and the powerful Brock Rudy at the plate, first baseman for the Seals. Wyatt plays behind Milliken, so the GoldPanners will have some pretty good leads on the bases. First pitch to Rudy is grounded towards second base. Picked up there by Falzone and throws wildly at first, and it gets away. Just a routine ball, and the Seals make an error. That brings a run in Shamal. Milliken heads to third, and Rudy heads into second base. So and I don't know if that ball may have gone into the dugout or on the edge of the dugout, and if the GoldPanners will be able to advance even more, or if they'll be able to stay right there. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So just a routine Ground ball to second base, so the Seals have made errors defensively now twice in the first two hitters. Have a run on the board. Still have Milliken at third. Now Rudy at second with nobody out. Sean Rimmer at the plate. Ball way down and outside to Rimmer. Nice job by Sikowski behind the plate to keep that in front of him. Umpires now switch positions as second and third. First base umpire heads towards second base. Sessler will throw from the windup. Next pitch to Rimmer is fouled off on the right-hand side, and it's 1-1.
That foul ball brought to you by
we don't have the
physical therapy.
Much for statistics. We've had some issues with some folks in the organization that typically do the stats that have had to work out of town a lot in the last 2.5 weeks, so those stats aren't as up to date as we'd like, but I can tell you off the top of my head that Rimmer isn't a guy that walks very much. He's up there swinging all the time. 1-1 pitch is high and inside, 2-1. Rimmer just completed a very nice spring at Yavapai College in Arizona, playing for ex-GoldPanners coach Miles Kaiser, and will head to the University of Hawaii as some of these other players are too. This next pitch is lined into right field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Milliken scores. Here comes Rudy. He's going to score as well. Rimmer's on first with a single, and the GoldPanners have an early 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Real good job of hitting by Rimmer right there. He didn't try to do too much. Went with the pitch instead of trying to pull it. Just took a pitch that was on the outside corner and did a good job hitting it to right field. So Rimmer's on at first. The GoldPanners have their first hit. The other three players reached 2 on an error and 1 with a walk. So 3-0 with just 1 hit and 2 Seals errors. So that brings up right fielder Brock Klez now with Rimmer at first and still nobody out. Pitch is way inside, a curveball that slips out of Sessler's hand, and Sikowski has to do a great job to catch it well behind Klez's head. That was one of the furthest ones you'll see. If that had been anything other than a slow curveball, that would have been something that Sikowski would have had no chance of catching. Next pitch is down and away, and it's 2-0. Ryan Hansen coaching down at third with Klez. Likes to pull the ball well behind the coaching box, so he has plenty of time to get out of the way if Klez pulls it that way. Rimmer again leads, 2-0 count. Next pitch is a fastball that's lined to left field for a base hit. Rimmer will stop at second as the Seals get the ball back into the infield, and the GoldPanners continue to mount a very good first inning here with a 3-0 lead. Now have 2 runners on and nobody out. What do you think, Chris? Have I got any kind of a cough button here in case I get into any kind of coughing needs, or what do I got? No?
Number 35, Cole Alexander.
That's my mute button, huh? We're learning as we go here. This broadcast will probably make you wish you'd really want Garo Von Dane back in the worst way. He should be back for us tomorrow night. Garo does such a tremendous job here for years. Voice of the GoldPanners. Cole Alexander up now, first baseman for the Panners with first and second, still nobody out. Big, powerful left-handed hitter. Rimmer with a short lead at second. First pitch to Alexander is a fastball outside, ball 1. See if the GoldPanners add to their early lead here. 3-0 the first inning and still nobody out. Next pitch is away again, ball 2. Third baseman back. Obviously a big, strong guy like Alexander would not be thinking about bunting here. Rimmer gets his lead from second. Klez from first. 2-0 pitch is hit up in the air to left center field. That's hit pretty good. The center fielder goes a long way, but he can't get it. It's one hopped up against the wall. Rimmer scores. Klez comes into third and holds there. Alexander's at second with a stand-up double. And the GoldPanners lead it 4-0. This could be one of those scoring scorebook nightmares, Chris. I know. We've got 6 guys come up with no one out yet. 7-hitter Isaac Shuck, the catcher, is up now. Grounds it to shortstop. Ferguson fields it there, throws on to first. The Seals have their first out, but the GoldPanners have another run as Shuck grounds out to the shortstop for the first out. Drives in Klez. On the play, Alexander heads over to third.
Number 12, Griffin Harrison.
First 5 hitters for the GoldPanners have all scored. The 6th hitter, Alexander, is still at third with 1 out. Center fielder Griffin Harrison in now with Panners up 5-0. First pitch to Harrison is a fastball outside, ball 1.
Sorry about that.
See if the GoldPanners can get another run in here. The Seals have the infield back, just trying to get it out because they've already given up a big inning. Next pitch is a fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. Harrison didn't like it, but umpire could have a rather liberal strike zone here, which I like early in the game. Get the hitters swinging instead of taking everything. Next pitch is a nice curveball in for strike 2. Wind still blowing out to left. Harrison, I believe, still looking for his first home run of the summer. Next pitch is down low, and it's 2-2. So just a ground ball past the pitcher will get Alexander home. Third baseman's even back. They're not even in at the corner. So 2-2 pitch is a curveball that, just missed inside. Sessler thought he had that one. Harrison started out inside, but boy, it was so close to catching that inside corner. Now we've got a full count. 3-2 pitch to Harrison is a fastball up high, and it's ball 4. So the GoldPanners continue their inning. Still just 1 out, 5-0. Runners at the corners, and that'll bring up the 9th hitter, Marty Munoz. Marty got off to a slow start this summer. Swinging the bat, has always played well defensively at shortstop. And the GoldPanners know with his defensive abilities, anything they get out of him with the bat is a plus, but he just keeps getting better and better at the plate. Homered here the other day off the scoreboard. Nice freshman out of Cal Baptist. Harrison leads, doesn't run. The next pitch is lined into center field, base hit. First pitch to Munoz is lined up the middle. And the GoldPanners have another run, 6-0, as they have battered around here in the first inning. Harrison stopped at second on that line drive from Munoz.
Back to the top of the lineup for your GoldPanners, number 6.
4th hit for the GoldPanners. Brings us back up to the top of the order, and Tate Shamau. Not sure who's coming out of the dugout for the Seals, but there's one of their coaches or player coaches. Like I said, they've only got about a dozen players here. Some more will be in town soon. But they don't have anybody warming up in their bullpen with a 6-0 deficit here in the bottom of the first inning. Because I don't know how many pitchers they have in town right now. Conversation ends without having to have the home plate umpire go out to break it up. And we'll start it up again here with Harrison at second. Munoz at first. And Tate Shamau, who reached on an error and scored his first time up earlier this inning. 4 hits by the Panners, 2 errors by the Seals, 6-0 lead. Schlesler comes set at the belt. First pitch to Shamau is a breaking ball in for a strike. Seals would sure like to get a double play and get it out of this inning and see if they can score some runs themselves, because this has been a nightmare bottom of the first for them. Next pitch to Shimao is a fastball just outside, and it's 1-1. GoldPanners in their new uniforms this year, the black tops, the word Alaska, snow-capped Alaska letters across the chest. Next pitch is a curveball fouled off Shimao's foot, rolls down toward the first baseman foul territory, but it's just a strike, and it's 1-2. Seals also with black tops, white letters, light blue trim. Not a lot of difference with first glance. Both teams with the gray pants, black tops. Sessler now with a 1-2 count on Shimao. Let's see if he can get Shimao to ground into a double play and get the Seals back into the dugout. Panners looking to add to an early 6-run lead. 1-2 pitch to Shimao is a fastball just outside, and it's 2-2. How many cameras we got going tonight, Chris?
We got 3 cameras.
3 cameras going tonight. Next pitch is a curveball that's looped over the third baseman's head, fair down the left field line. Harrison comes in to score. Munoz gets into third safely. And Shimao is in at second on the throw to third base. I wouldn't call that a double. It's a throw to third, so it allows Shimao to go to second, but didn't hit it hard, but just looped it over the third baseman's head down the left field line. Left fielder came in to play it. Munoz did a great job getting to third base on that. GoldPanners up 7-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch to Milliken is fouled behind third base, and it's strike one. Leave it to me for the first game I broadcast in I don't know how many years just to come up with a scorebook that already looks like a nightmare. Strike one pitch to Milliken is an off-speed pitch outside, and it's 1-1. Panners just 1 out still, top of the first, runners at second and third. Next pitch to Milliken is popped up, but it's going to get out of play on the left-hand side, and it's 1-2.
That foul ball brought to you by Tommy G's.
Shimao is at second, Munoz is at third. I don't know that the GoldPanners have had an inning this big this summer. I can't recall. They may have put up an 8 or a 9, as I recall. I know they haven't scored in double figures. They've got 7 in now and still runners at second and third and 1 out. Next pitch to Milliken, a really slow curve that he has to stay back and barely gets a piece of it and fouls it back to the screen. Seals still playing the infield back. They'd just rather get an out than worry about the Panners scoring another run. So, again, a ground ball on the infield. It gets past the pitcher, and the GoldPanners will have their 8th run. Next pitch is lined to the shortstop, who catches it. Just a soft little liner off the end of the bat from Milliken. Ferguson grabs that easily, and that gives us our second out, and will bring us to Brock Rudy.
Number 29, Brock Rudy.
2 down. Rudy is first time, reached on an error by the second baseman. Came around to score the GoldPanners' 3rd run in this inning. So now 2 out, runner still at second and third. Sessler will face Rudy for the second time. Kicks and delivers a fastball that's way inside. Good job by Sikowski to grab that one before it skirted to the screen. The 1-0 pitch to Rudy is swung on and missed. A good, healthy cut at an off-speed pitch. Rudy looked like he was looking for that, and it's 1-1. Left-hand hitting Rudy, played this last year at Utah, will be headed to Hawaii. This next pitch gets away from the catcher. Here comes Munoz from third, and he gets in safely. So a curveball in the dirt that Sikowski couldn't quite keep in front of him. Didn't get too far away from him, but Munoz ran immediately from third and made it in. So the wild pitch sends Shimao to third and brings Munoz in from third. And the Panners have their 8th run here in the bottom of the first. Next pitch to Rudy is a fastball on the outside corner, and it's 2-2. Five hits by the Panners, 2 errors by the Seals, and the Panners have an 8-run lead here in the bottom of the first. Next pitch is a curveball that stays outside to Rudy, and it's full now, 3-2. Shimao gets his lead from third. The next pitch to Rudy is a fastball that's lined fair down the right field line, just inside the bag. Rudy hooks it inside the corner. That gets hung up down in the bullpen in right field. Rudy will stay at second, though, with a double, and the GoldPanners have a 9-0 lead. He couldn't have placed that much any better with that. Just got it on the inside.
Number 22, Sean Rimmer.
9-0 GoldPanners here in the bottom of the first inning as Rudy doubles down the line. Thought he might try for third as the ball got hung up in that right field bullpen area. That's somewhat temporary for the Seals, but he did stay at second. Now Sean Rimmer, the first pitch is a slow curve in for a strike. Rimmer had a base hit to right field his first time, driving in the second and third runs of the inning. Big, powerful outfielder. Next pitch is hit up in the air to left field. Left fielder comes over toward foul territory, just inside the fence, and makes the catch, and the nightmare inning for the Seals is over, as the GoldPanners score 9 runs on 6 hits, leave 1 on, and we've completed just 1 inning of play here tonight, and the GoldPanners lead it 9-0. We're back here in the top of the second. The GoldPanners have staked themselves to a huge lead here by scoring 9 runs in the first inning. Easily their biggest first inning of the summer. Steven Vasquez out for inning number 2. Starts off Cade Sikowski, the Seals catcher, with a fastball high, ball 1. Vasquez delivers again, and a fastball again up high, ball 2. So the GoldPanners just looking for Vasquez to throw strikes here with a 9-run lead. Let the Seals hit their way on. Let it earn anything they get. No free passes. Let's see if Vasquez can throw strikes. And that pitch is right down the middle, swung on and missed. A good cut by Sikowski on that one, 2-0, and swings right through it, so it's 2-1. GoldPanners deep on the infield. The next pitch is a fastball that's down low, and it's 3-1. Harrison plays straight away in center. As we talked about last inning, the Panners will be pretty much straight up defensively against the Seals team until they see a few at-bats and swings from them and know what they're up against. Next pitch is way outside, and Sikowski starts the second inning off for the Seals with a base on balls.
Now to bat for the Seals, number 16, Swoop Pajari.
That'll bring us to Swoop Pajari, the third baseman. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'll just go with how the public address announcer had it, and we'll use that. Short lead at first. Next pitch is hit up in the air to center field. Harrison comes in, long run, but makes a nice running catch. Pajari goes after the first pitch, flies out to shallow center, and the Panners have their first out here in the top of the second inning.
Now to bat for the Seals, number 19, RJ McDowell.
That always surprises me, the tendencies of players, even though Vasquez missed with 4 of the 5 pitches he threw to Sikowski to start the inning. Pujari goes after the first pitch and flies out to center. Small lead from Sikowski at first. The next pitch, or the first pitch rather, to McDowell is fouled off on the right-hand side. And it's strike one.
Wash your worries away, one pan at a time with the Gold Daughters.
Sikowski gets his lead. Vasquez comes to the stretch. Throws a fastball up high, but McDowell goes for it and swings right through it. And it's strike two. GoldPanners had a double play in the first inning. They'd love to have another one right here, get out of this inning. Vasquez way up high with strike two. The pitch to McDowell, and it's ball one. Sikowski, or rather McDowell at the plate, looks like he's got some power. He's a big, strong guy. See if Vasquez can get him here. 1-2 pitch, high again. Vasquez having some control difficulties occasionally, but 2-2 now. Rudy pretty deep in left field. Rimmer Klez rather, about medium deep in right. 2-2 pitches again high, and it's 3-2. Be hard to get a double play ball from Vasquez with those kind of pitches. See if he can get the ball down and get McDowell to hit into a double play. The 3-2 pitch is a fastball that's right there, and McDowell knew it. Vasquez just put that one right down the middle of fastball. I don't know if McDowell was looking for something off speed, but
now to bat for the
it was
Seals,
right there.
10,
Third
Jake
strikeout
Ferguson.
from Vasquez. All have been looking. And that will bring us to the shortstop, Jake Ferguson, now with 2 out in the top of the second. Vasquez's first pitch is again a fastball for a strike. "40 minutes into this one, long, lengthy first inning. The Panners scoring 9 runs. 0-1 pitch to Ferguson is another fastball, and he swings through it, and it's 0-2. So one of these days you have to explain to me what that is that he's saying on the PA. I think it's something. Was it a Transformers character that is?
I think it's from Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. How could I not know that? Maybe something about my age.
I don't know, you were around in the 90s, man. Come on, you.
Yeah, I was around in the 90s. I wasn't doing any gaming, I'll tell you that. 1-2 count now on Ferguson. Next pitch is a curveball that's way outside, and it's 2-2. Two out, top of the second. Panners with a big lead. Sikowski gets away from first. He's a catcher. He doesn't have much of a lead at all. He's not going anywhere. The next pitch is swung on and missed. The fastball that Vasquez records his 4th strikeout. First one swinging. After a leadoff walk, Vasquez gets the next 3. We've completed an inning and a half, and the GoldPanners lead the Seals 9-0.
By Brock Quest.
John Lorky back with you here in the bottom of the 2nd inning, filling in for Gerald Von Dane. GoldPanners' first game of a 6-game series against the Seals. Scored 9 runs in the bottom of the 1st. Let's see how many they can put up here in the 2nd. It's like a pretty comfortable lead for Steven Vasquez, who has blanked the Seals in the first 2 innings. Brock Klez, right fielder for the GoldPanners, out of UC San Diego, will take the first pitch, ball 1. Next one outside again for ball 2. Klez can play just about any of the outfield positions, has some good speed, very good arm, so typically you'll find him in center and right. Next pitch is skied in shallow right field. Klez goes after the 2-0 pitch. Second baseman, foul zone, makes the catch in short right. And it's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Now to bat for your
That'll bring us to Cole Alexander, who had a double in the bottom of the 1st inning, a shot to left center field that carried over the center fielder's head. Alexander really got into it. Wasn't hit that far from the center fielder, but it just got up past him in a hurry. First pitch to him here in the 2nd inning is taken down low and outside, ball 1. Next pitch to Alexander's outside again, ball 2. Center fielder Moore has played a little bit toward left center, but now he's more, as he makes his way now, just about straight away. 2-0 to Alexander is fouled back, 2-1. Panners looking to get things started here in the bottom of the 2nd inning after a huge 1st inning. 2-1 to Alexander is a curveball that catches the outside corner, and it's 2-2. I would think umpire David Nova will have some pretty wide corners in this one, and if it stays this much of a deficit. 2-2 pitch to Alexander is in on his hand, so he fights it off and fouls it on the 3rd base side, and it stays 2-2. Turned out to be a beautiful night here. 2-2 pitch is grounded to second base. Foul zone comes over. throws on to first, and Alexander is out number 2 here in the second. So the first 2 Panners have gotten out by way of the second baseman here in the bottom of the second. And that'll bring up Isaac Shuck, who grounded out to shortstop his first time up, driving in a run in the first inning. Shuck, who attended Butte College last spring with last year's head coach Anthony Farrow, is at Francis Marion. He can also play some outfield. Grounds it over the pitcher's head, but the second baseman foul zone comes in and boots it. So looked like a pretty easy play for foul zone, but he just sort of overran a little bit. It's another error by the second baseman. His second in 2 innings.
Now up to bat for your GoldPanners.
GoldPanners have a gift with 2 out here in the second, and that'll bring up Griffin Harrison, who walked his first time. Even though Shuck is a catcher, he's got some decent speed at first base. He has stolen bases before. The first pitch to Harrison hits him in the back. So a fastball that just got away from Sessler.
That hit by pitch is
and Harrison is on base for the second time. Once with a walk and now as a hit batsman.
Don't call Saul, call Bill.
Shuck will head to second. That'll bring up Panner shortstop Marty Munoz, who singled and drove in a run in the first.
Munoz.
2 out, 2 on. Bottom of the second. Panners up by 9 with a huge first inning. Sessler looks in for the sign, comes to the stretch and throws a curveball that is outside to Munoz, ball 1. Not a big fastball from Sessler. He's more of a control pitcher, a lot of off-speed pitches. GoldPanners haven't had any trouble catching up to his fastball. The shortstop sneaks in behind Shuck at second base, but Sessler comes to the plate anyway. The count's 1-1. One pitch is a changeup that Munoz is way out in front of, and it's swung on and missed, so it's 1-2. GoldPanners looking to add to their lead. Have 2 on, 2 out. See if Munoz can drive in another run. Sessler comes to the plate, fastball outside, 2-2. Shuck and Harrison take their lead. 2-2 pitch is hit up in the air to center field. Shallow, it may get in for a hit. No, the center fielder Moore comes on and makes the catch. GoldPanners don't score here in the bottom of the second. Strand 2 runners. We've played 2 full. Panners continue to leave it 9-0.
Once again, like to thank all the local banks, Denali State Bank, Mount McKinley Bank, Morrison.
John Larkey back with you here with the GoldPanners, top of the third inning. Vasquez on to work once again. He'll face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters to start the third. First pitch is a fastball in the inside corner. Strike one. Vasquez so far has struck out 2 in each of the first 2 innings, has 4 strikeouts. Did walk 1 hitter, the leadoff man, last inning. 0-1 pitch, just misses low outside, and it's 1-1. Vasquez with a strong arm is looking to see where his next school is. He's at Mount San Jacinto, also called Mount Sac in Southern California. Throws outside to Morrison here, and it's 2-1. Morrison, the DH, followed by Jake Moore, the center fielder, and Parker Falzone, the second baseman. Next pitch is up and in to Morrison, and it's ball 3, 3-1. Vasquez walked the first man last inning. Surely something you don't want to do, no matter what the situation of the game is, especially if you're up 9 runs. 3-1 pitch is down low, and Vasquez again walks the leadoff hitter.
Now to bat for the Seals, number 30, Jake Moore.
That'll bring us to the center fielder, Jake Moore. Moore made a nice running catch to end the bottom of the second for the Panners. Strand 2 base runners. Moore wears number 30. And even though the Seals are down by a bunch here, let's see if they try to start the runner at first base. Vasquez throws to Moore, and it's fouled back to the screen, strike 1.
That foul ball brought to you by the Gold Daughters. Discover gold, Ice Age fossils, and gemstones at your local gold.
Vasquez comes to the stretch. Moore takes his lead, or Morrison rather. Moore takes an off-speed pitch inside, and it's 1-1. Panners so far this season are 15-7 at home. Are into their 5th series now. The next pitch is lined in on one hop to the second base, and Milliken goes to second for 1, back to first, not in time. Ball just was not hit hard enough. Even though it was a liner, it was just not really that hard hit. Milliken did a good job of getting it to Munoz for 1 out.
Number 18,
So force it
Falzone.
second base. Morrison put out there. Moore is on at first. And we've got 1 out here on the top of the third. Back to the top of the order, Parker Falzone, who singled to start the ball game, but was erased on a double play when he tried to steal second base with Magana on deck. First pitch is high and inside, ball 1. Magana was at the plate rather when Falzone took off. He struck out. Falzone was thrown out. The GoldPanners had their double play. Vasquez comes to the stretch. Moore with a small lead at first. Next pitch is a fastball that catches the inside corner, and it's 1-1. Falzone looks down at the third base coach for the sign, but I'm not sure what sign there's to be given when you're down 9 runs with 1 out. Good throw to first by Vasquez, and he nearly picked off Moore. Alexander looked at the umpire like he might have got him. But Dwayne Clemens over there, the first base umpire, called him safe, so we'll do it again. 1-1, 1 out. Vasquez comes to the stretch. Throws a fastball that's fouled back, and it's 1-2. It's kind of an interesting swing by Falzone there, almost like he expected Moore to be running. It was more of a protect kind of a swing, but he had just a 1-1 count, but now it's 1-2. Isaac Shuck behind the plate in this one for the GoldPanners. Vasquez on the mound with a 1-2 count, throws over to first again, but it's wide of the bag. Alexander just catches it, doesn't even bother a tag, and it's stay right there. Harrison pulled toward right center field. For the GoldPanners, the next pitch is a fastball that just misses high, and it's 2-2. Rudy straight away and left. Clev's rather shallow and straight away in right field. Panners looking for a ground ball, see if they can turn two. Vasquez checks more at first, comes home, and a fastball is hit up in the air on the infield. Looks like Munoz at short will take this one. Gathers under it, makes the catch, and there's two down. So Vasquez continues to sail right along here. Now has 2 out in the top of the third. He's given up just 1 hit. That was to the leadoff hitter. Has struck out 4 so far, none this inning. Now faces Magana, the right fielder, called out on strikes in the first. First pitch is a fastball up high, ball 1. Alexander holds more on at first. Small lead there. Vasquez comes to the plate, and it's up and in, ball 2. Good crowd on hand tonight for the Panners. The team went to the Salmon Bake a couple nights ago. Last night rained out. Ball inside this time to Magana, and it's ball 3. Vasquez has walked the leadoff man this inning, doesn't want to walk another one. Seals want to get a rally mounted. They need to get their hits. 3-0 pitch is a fastball right down the middle. Shamau deep at third. Banner infield straight away. Munoz pulled a little bit towards center field at short, but not too much. 3-1 pitch is way inside, and it's ball 4. So Vasquez with another walk. His third in 3 innings.
Now to bat for the Seals, number 33, Morgan White.
And with a 9-run lead, that's just something you can't do. It's not that threatening as far as the lead goes, but Panners need to make sure if the Seals are going to do any kind of offense at all that they earn it with some base hits. And they now have 2 men on with 2 out here in the top of the third, both by walks. First pitch to Morgan Wyatt, the first baseman who steps in now, is inside for ball 1. Moore at second, Magana at first. Wyatt, who struck out looking his first time, is up there. 1-0 pitch is a fastball that's grounded in the hole. Shamau tries to go over and dives. He can't get it. It's into left field, and the runner at third is going to hold on there. Moore, even though he had 2 outs and it wasn't that hard hit, he must not be that fast a runner because he got somewhat of a late start getting off second base. So the Seals have their second hit on a seeing eye grounder through the left side from Wyatt. That loads the bases. And we will have our cleanup hitter for the Seals, Cade Sikowski, who walked his first time last inning up at the plate. Vasquez will pitch from the windup with 2 out and the bases loaded. First pitch to Sikowski is in the dirt for ball 1. Seals with an opportunity to get some runs on the board here. Top of the third, 2 out. Vasquez comes with the windup again, and the next pitch is hit up in the air to right field. Should be an easy play for the GoldPanners right fielder, Brock Clez, and he makes the catch running in from right. And Vasquez escapes a bases loaded jam here in the top of the third.
All right, GoldPanner fans, this inning
Seals do get a hit, 2 walks, leave the bases loaded. We've completed 2.5, and the Panners continue to lead it 9-0.
In this inning, the Hawk Shop and Pond. GoldPanners, number 6, Tate Shamal.
Tate Shamal will get things started here for the GoldPanners in the bottom of the third. GoldPanners have hit around twice so far in the first 2 innings. Shamal hits the first pitch up in the air to left field. McDowell, right in his tracks, makes the catch on the first pitch. And Shamal is a quick out number 1 here in the bottom of the third.
Now to bat for your GoldPanners, number 9, Caleb Milliken.
That brings us to second baseman Caleb Milliken, who was walked and hit a soft liner to the shortstop, 0 for 1. Milliken did score in the first inning on a base hit from Rimmer. Talented second baseman. He's played pretty much primarily at second base all summer. He hasn't moved around like some of the other players have. First base, outfield. Some catchers have played first base, outfield, but Milliken is pretty much the standard at second base for the Panners. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. Next pitch inside again, it's 2-0. Milliken throws right, but bats left-handed. 2-0 pitch is way outside, ball 3. Comes from Pomona Pitzer in Southern California. Had a very good year there offensively. Some of the Panners didn't get a whole lot of playing time in some of their schools, some of their different schools that they play for, and incoming freshmen. It's kind of the way things are here in Alaska with a lot of the younger players coming up that have bright futures but don't necessarily get a lot of playing time at their schools. Milliken, not the case with him, though. He had a very productive season.
Rudy.
On first base now with a walk, and that'll bring us to Brock Rudy. 4-pitch walk to Milliken. Rudy so far has reached on an error by the second baseman and doubled down the right field line to drive in a run in the first inning to cap the Panners scoring then. Takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Milliken, who runs well, takes his lead at first. 1 out and 1-0 pitch to Rudy. Milliken goes. The pitch is taken down low, throw to second, and he's in with a stolen base. So Milliken got a breaking ball to run on, which gives him a little bit more time. It was a good throw from Sikowski to second, but Milliken had it beat. And I believe we've got ball 2 to Rudy, so it's 2-0 as Milliken is at second base. 2-0 pitch to Rudy is grounded to the right side. The first baseman, Wyatt, picks it up, beats Rudy to the bag. Milliken makes his way to third, but now the Seals have 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
Now to bat for your GoldPanners, number 22, Sean Rimmer.
Brings us to designated hitter Sean Rimmer, who singled in a couple runs in the first, flew out to left to end the first inning. Up now for the third time with a runner at third and 2 out. Sessler comes to the plate, and it's a curveball in the dirt, and it skips past the catcher, and Milliken will score easily from third as the GoldPanners get a little bit of a gift here in the bottom of the third to get on the board with their 10th run, as the first pitch from Sessler to Rimmer is not even close. Sikowski really didn't have much of a chance at all to try to keep that in front of him. Panners have their 10th run, first here in the bottom of the third. So Rimmer stays up there with 2 out. Next pitch is lined into center field, base hit. Rimmer has his second hit of the night. A sharp line drive to center field. Second single for Rimmer in 3 at-bats. GoldPanners have another base runner with a 10-0 lead. That's their 7th hit of the game. First this inning. And first since the first inning. Didn't have a hit last inning. Had a couple base runners with an error and a walk, but that's their first hit here in the third. Leading 10-0, Rimmer now leads at first. brings up Brock Klez, the right fielder. Pitch is fouled at the feet of Klez, way out in front of an inside fastball. Not much he could do but pull that one foul. And it's strike one. Rimmer goes back to first. Slasser again working quickly, comes to the stretch and throws a curveball that Klez is out in front of, and it's 0-2. Klez wasn't looking for a slow curve on that pitch. He's way out in front. Let's see if he can handle things with 2 strikes here. Rimmer with a good lead at first. Fakes going, but doesn't. Klez fouls it back, and it stays 0-2. Not sure how long the Seals will stay with Sessler in this one. He's given up 7 hits in 2 2/3 innings. 10 runs, not all of them his fault. Seals have already made 3 errors behind him. Next pitch is high and outside, and it's 1-2. GoldPanners scored 9 runs in the first inning, but just 3 of them were earned because 2 of the first 3 Panners hitters reached on errors. 1-2 pitch to Klez is a slow curve that just does not break much at all. Klez takes it on his backside, and we have another hit batsman for the Panners. That makes 2. Harrison was hit by a pitch last inning. So that'll send Rimmer down to second base. Klez is on at first. And it brings up the first baseman, Cole Alexander, who doubled in the first, grounded out in the second. Up again once again here in the third. First pitch to Alexander is fouled back on the left-hand side, and it's 0-1.
That foul ball was brought to you by the Glass Doctor. The Glass Doctor specializes in fixing all pains.
Alexander with an RBI in the first inning would like to get a couple more here. 2 on, 2 out. Rimmer and Klez take their lead. Sessler delivers, and it's a fastball that's fouled back, and it's 0-2. Alexander, another one of those hitters that doesn't take a lot of pitches. He goes up there swinging. I wouldn't say he's got too many walks this summer. He sees something close to the zone early in the count, he's swinging. 2-strike pitch from Sessler is fouled back again. Alexander with his 3rd straight foul, and it stays 0-2.
That foul ball brought to you by Alaska Fuel Distributors.
Cleared up last night after the game was called, but the field was just in no condition to play. It rained most of the day, and it just kept raining up until 6 o'clock, 6:30. Wasn't able to get that in. 0-2 to Alexander is hit up in the air to short left center field, but the center fielder, Moore, comes over and makes a nice running catch. And the GoldPanners are retired here in the 3rd inning, but they do get 1 run on 1 hit, the single by Rimmer. Do bring in a run with a wild pitch, leaves 2 runners on base, score after 3 full. GoldPanners lead it 10-0.
Now up to bat for the San Francisco Seals.
We are back here in the top of the 4th inning.
Pachari.
GoldPanners first of a 6-game series with the Seals after getting rained out last night, leading 10-0 here through 3. 5, 6, 7 spots of the Seals order. Here in the 4th, Puhari, the third baseman, starts it off by fouling back the first pitch. He flied out to center fielder Harrison, who's back in the 2nd. GoldPanners defense straight away, not looking for anything like a bunt or anything. Slow roller to the third baseman, Shamau. He throws on to Alexander at first, and Vasquez has a quick out here in the top of the 4th. Nice to see Vasquez get that ground ball. Now he'll face the left fielder, R.J. McDowell, who was Vasquez's 3rd strikeout victim back in the 2nd. Vasquez trying to work quickly here. First pitch to McDowell is strike 1, swung on and missed. McDowell took a called third strike last time, a fastball right down the middle on a full count. Next pitch is a fastball that just misses outside, and it's 1-1. Big right-handed batter. McDowell plays left field. Vasquez rocks and delivers, and it's popped up on the infield, but it's in foul territory. Alexander comes in from first base, makes the catch about halfway toward home plate, and Vasquez has out number 2 here in the 4th.
Now up to bat for the Seals, number 10, Jake Ferguson.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Jake Ferguson, who was Vasquez's 4th strikeout victim in the 2nd, the last one he's had. Game moving along much quicker than it did in the 1st inning. Vasquez's first pitch is a fastball that just misses outside, ball 1. Vasquez so far has given up just 2 hits, 3 walks. Next pitch is fouled off the screen, and it's 1-1.
That foul ball brought to you by First National Bank, Alaska.
One pitch from Vasquez is swung on and missed, and it's strike 2. Vasquez has retired his last 3. Looking to get out of it here in the top of the 4th. No base runners on. The next pitch is a curveball that misses outside, and it's 2-2. Shamau deep at 3rd. Rudy pulled over a little bit toward the line and left. Harrison straight away in center. Class straight away and right. Next pitch is way up and away, and it's 3-2. Vasquez had that one get away from him. Now it's a full count. See if he can pick up his first 1-2-3 inning here. Faced just 3 in the 1st, but that was because of a double play. Next pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. So Vasquez does that, retires the side in order here in the 4th. Finished off 4 straight. Seals don't score. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Panners still leading 10-0.
Don't forget, GoldPanner fans, that these 2 teams will be playing tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. They'll be playing 6:30 for tomorrow is Thursday.
Can you
and Saturday.
Can you
Now up to bat for your GoldPanners.
Isaac Shuck will start things off for the GoldPanners here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Panners with a huge lead. Jumping on the Seals right away with a 9 spot in the bottom of the 1st, leading it by 10 now. Shuck has been up twice so far, grounded out to short, driving in a run in the 1st and reached on an error by the second baseman in the 2nd. First pitch is grounded foul toward the GoldPanners dugout, strike 1.
That foul ball brought to you by
Shuck, Harrison, and Munoz, 7, 8, 9 spots in the Panner order here in the 4th. Panners have 7 hits already, looking for more. 0-1 pitch to Shuck is a curveball in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Very slow curve out of Sessler. He's thrown changeups, curveballs, and fastballs mostly. Those are the 4 that I recognize. The next one is outside. That looked like more of a slider than anything, and it's 1-2. Shuck asked for time, but now steps in. Sessler delivers 1-2. Pitch is fouled away on the right-hand side, and it stays 1-2. It looked like that one might have hit off the light pole on the first base side up in the beer garden. Good crowd on hand for the Panners tonight. Start off this 6-game series. 1-2 pitch is in the dirt. Hits out in front of the plate, out in front of the catcher's box actually, and it's 2-2.
That last foul ball was brought to you by Big Daddy's Barbecue.
Infield pulled over to the left side, looking for Shuck to pull. 2-2 pitch is hit in the air to right field. Magana comes in, shallow right, makes the catch. Shuck out number 1 here to start the 4th. That'll bring us to the center fielder, Griffin Harrison. Harrison has been on base twice, walked in the 1st inning and scored a run, and was hit by a pitch in the 2nd. Harrison has played just about everywhere for the GoldPanners this summer. He's been at 3rd, short. I think he's played some 2nd, center field, left field. First pitch is a fastball up high. Harrison from Sac State, freshman there, takes a curveball that's down low and is 2-0. Sessler working quickly, delivers 2-0 to Harrison. Fastball up and in, and it's 3-0. So Harrison hasn't had much opportunity to hit so far in this one. Walked, hit by a pitch, now he's got a 3-0 count. Looking to get on base for the 3rd straight time. Next pitch, swings at it 3-0 and lifts it toward right field. Magana comes over. Just about the same spot he caught the ball hit by Shuck. Catches it for out number 2. Harrison not successful, even though he went after the 3-0 pitch. First 2 hitters out here in the bottom of the 4th, and that'll bring us to shortstop Marty Munoz.
For your GoldPanners, number 2, Marty Munoz.
Munoz bats from the left-hand side. Singled in a run in the 1st. Flew out to center fielder Moore in the 2nd. Goes after the first pitch and fouls it back, strike 1. Panners with 10 runs on 7 hits have made no errors. Seals still looking for their first run, have a couple hits, and have made 3 errors defensively. 0-1 pitch to Munoz is a fastball down low, and it's 1-1. Munoz wears number 2. GoldPanners shortstop for most of the summer. 1-1 pitch is grounded to the right side, and it is fair ball, just gets over the bag. Wyatt picks it up. I think Munoz thought that was foul, but maybe a 10-run lead will make an umpire say it's fair. Let's move on to the next inning. So Panners don't score here in the bottom of the 4th, go 1-2-3 with 2 flyouts and a weak ground ball. We head to the 5th. Panners still on top, 10-0. John Lorky back with you, top of the 5th inning. Caden Hogan, GoldPanner that played up here last summer, is making his first appearance. Starts off the top of the 5th. Seals Flynn Morrison goes after the first pitch and grounds out to Milliken at second. So Hogan with a quick start here.
Now
Making his first
Seals,
appearance. He
number 30, Jake
injured his left
Moore.
shoulder at school diving for a ball, playing shortstop at UC Davis, where he goes to school. Played shortstop mostly for the Panthers last summer, but now has been converted to be a pitcher. And he's throwing strikes. First pitch to Jake Moore here in the bottom of the top of the 5th inning, rather, as someone graciously supplies me with root beer and a hot dog. How perfect is that? I'm set. Hogan's next pitch is a fastball on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. So Hogan with a great arm. We saw that last summer with as he played shortstop. Didn't have any trouble with his arm at school, but it was his left shoulder that got hurt, so he had to get that under control before he could come back. Jams Moore on this next pitch, and it's just a weak ground ball to Milliken at second base. So the GoldPanners, Hogan has got 2 quick outs here to start the top of the 5th inning, both weak ground balls to second base.
Number 18, Parker Falzone.
The Seals with 2 outs here in the 5th. 6 straight hitters retired by GoldPanners pitching. Vasquez is all done, having gone 4 successful shutout innings. Hogan's first pitch to Falzone. Seals leadoff hitter is fouled back, and it's strike 1. So Vasquez worked 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs. Walked 3. Struck out 5. Next pitch by Hogan is up high, and it's 1-1. Hogan delivers again, and it's ball 2. Caden is as we said, out of UC Davis. He's a junior there, 6'1", 180. Makes his home in Sparks, Nevada. 2-1 pitch is grounded back to the mound. Hogan has to get by him. Milliken tries to get it, but he can't. And I think Hogan would like to have that one back because it wasn't hit that hard, but he just really wasn't in an awkward position to field it as a pitcher, which is pretty common. He couldn't get it.
To bat for the Seals.
Seals have their 3rd hit on a weak ground ball up the middle. Second time that Falzone has reached base. Once with a bloop single to start the game in the top of the 1st, and now with a weak ground ball up the middle. Seals have a 2-out base runner. Brings us to Falcon Magana, the right fielder. First pitch from Hogan is low and outside. Nice stop by Shuck to keep in front of him, and it's ball 1. Top of the 5th, Panners with a big lead. Team hung out at the Children's Museum this afternoon. Hung out with Jessica and the ladies there that working with about 30 kids apparently made it to the museum to hang out with the GoldPanners for about an hour and a half today. So enjoyed that for sure. The Panners said they had a great time there. 2-0 count now on Magana as Falzone gets his lead from first. 2-0 pitch is popped up into short right field. Klez should have an easy time with this one. Makes the catch, and Hogan retires the side here on his first appearance of the summer, looking very good. Throwing strikes. Seals strand a 2-out base runner at first. We've played 4.5. GoldPanners lead it 10-0.
Back to the top of the lineup for your GoldPanners, number 6, Kate Shamau.
Tate Shamau leads it off here in the bottom of the 5th for the Panners. The big 10-run lead. The first pitch is hit up in the air to left field, and that's hit pretty good. Back to fence goes McDowell, and that is gone. First pitch at the bottom of the 5th, and Shamau jumps all over it. Hits the ball over the left field fence. The Panners have their 11th run, their first home run of the night. Shamau really got a hold of that one. I think that was just a first pitch fastball to start the bottom of the 5th, but Shamau didn't let it go by. Drills it over the left field fence, his second hit of the night. Been on base 3 out of 4 times now.
For your GoldPanners, number 9, Caleb Milliken.
11-0 now for the Panners. Milliken comes in. First pitch to Milliken is a slow curve that catches the outside corner for strike 1. Milliken has walked twice and also flied out to the shortstop, so he's 0 for 1. First pitch is grounded up the middle. Going to be a tough play for foul zone. Throws off balance to first, and Milliken beats it out for a base hit. Nice play by Falzone, who's had a difficult night at second base, but he looked real good on that one. Did all he could to try to get Milliken, but it just wasn't hit hard enough. Falzone went a long way, ends up over in the shortstop position when he gets done running down that one. The Panners have another base runner. Now have 9 hits on the night. We're just in the 5th inning. That'll bring us to Brock Rudy, the left fielder. Milliken runs right away. The first pitch to Rudy is taken, and Milliken easily has a Slolan base. Milliken must be on his own. The Panners, even though they're up 11, are still running. Ball 1 to Rudy. Now they've got a strike up on the board. We'll see if that holds. Milliken down at second base with a stolen base. Sessler comes set at the belt. Throws to Rudy, and it's outside. One on, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th. Panners up 11-0. Milliken takes his lead, and Rudy hits one in the air toward right field. Lagana comes in and catches it in medium deep right field. Milliken has to hold at second. And we've got 1 out here in the 5th.
Now up to bat for your GoldPanners, number 22.
That brings us to the Panners DH, Sean Rimmer. Rimmer has been on base twice with base hits, has also flied out to left, so he's 2 for 3. I believe Rimmer leads the GoldPanners in home runs this summer. As I said, we're having trouble keeping the stats up to date with some of the work that some members of the organization had to do out of town, so Rimmer stands in there with Milliken at second. Pitch is a slow curve that's taken down low, ball 1. Klez on deck for the Panners, who have 9 hits and a huge lead here in the 5th inning. The 1-0 pitch to Rimmer is way inside, almost hits him, and it's 2-0. Ryan Hansen coaching down at third for the Panners. Communicating with Milliken off second base. Make sure he's safe there. Good lead. Dancing off. 2-0 pitch to Rimmer is grounded to third. Puhari feels it there. Throws on to first. Rimmer's out number 2. And Milliken, when the ball thrown across the diamond, makes his way to third. So 2 out now as Rimmer grounds out to third. And that'll bring us to the GoldPanners right fielder, Brock Klez. Klez has been hit by a pitch. Popped out to the second baseman. Also had a hit back in the first inning. Scored the Panners' 5th run there. 2 out, 11-0. Pitch to Klez is lined to the third baseman. What a catch by the third baseman, Pahari there. Klez hit it right on the button. I couldn't tell with the infield if Pahari had it in his glove because he caught it right off the turf. And that was a really well-hit ball by Klez, but the Seals make the catch in the infield. Banners do score 1 run here in the 5th inning on the leadoff home run by Shimau. We've completed 5 full, and the Panners still lead it 11-0.
Morgan Wyatt.
Starting now at the top of the 6th inning for the Seals. Still looking for their first run. The GoldPanners make another pitching change, and Kagan Wentz has come on. Just 1 inning out of Caden Hogan, who just got here in the last 3 days. First pitch from Wentz to first baseman Morgan Wyatt is a fastball that Wyatt swings through, and it's strike 1. Wentz, a big, tall left-hander, throws the next pitch. It's just fouled off on the right-hand side, and it's 0-2. Wentz has had some control difficulties this summer, but he's thrown strikes in the first 2 pitches, and that ahead of Morgan Wyatt 0-2. Get things started here in the 6th. GoldPanners leading at 11-0 with 9 hits on the board. They've committed no errors. Next pitch by Wentz is up high, and it's ball 1. Wyatt so far tonight has struck out looking in the first and singled in the third. Wentz, even though no runners are on base, pitches from the stretch, throws the next pitch, and it's in the dirt, and 2-2. Shimau at third, Munoz at short, Milliken at second, Alexander at first around the infield, Shuck doing the catching. Wentz with a 2-2 count. Throws a fastball on the inside corner, strike 3. A nice pitch from Wentz. Got Wyatt looking. He struck out twice looking tonight. GoldPanners have their 6th strikeout. First by Wentz here to start the 6th inning, and we'll bring up now Cade Sikowski, who has walked in the 2nd, flown out to right field. So Wentz gets the leadoff man here in the 6th. Catcher Sikowski up now. Wentz comes stretch and throws the ball again in the dirt. Ball 1. Rudy in left, playing medium deep. Harrison straight away in center. And Klez in right. Straight away there. Next pitch is way inside, and it's ball 2. bank night tonight here at the ballpark. Tomorrow we'll have the Rotary clubs here. Next pitch from Wentz is way up high, and it's 3-0. Some activity down in the GoldPanners bullpen, but I don't think it has anything to do with Wentz here. It's just pitchers getting loose because the GoldPanners have twice made pitch changes here in the 5th and now again in the 6th. 3-0 pitch from Wentz is in for a strike. Right-hand hitting Kate Sikowski up at the plate. Wentz deals 3-1, and it's fouled off on the right-hand side, and we're at full count. Third baseman Swoop Bahari on deck. Kids must be chasing that foul ball down the right-hand side as PA announcers sounds off with some great stuff from Finding Nemo. 3-2 is fouled back again. So after a 3-0 count, Wentz has thrown 3 balls that are good enough to get into the strike zone or fouled off from Sikowski. Let's see if he can keep pounding the zone and get the second out here in the 6th. Next pitch is way inside for ball 4, so Wentz misses. GoldPanners have issued another walk. They haven't.
Now up to bat for the Seals.
Looks like the last one they had was in the 3rd inning. Certainly, they had 1, 2, 3 in the 4th. Hogan was 1 through 3 in the 5th. So that breaks a string of 8 straight hitters that the GoldPanners had retired, and it comes with a 1-out walk here in the 6th inning. Brings us to Pahari. Seals still looking for their first run, have a 1-out base runner as Wentz tries a breaking ball that hangs outside, ball 1. Panners looking for a double play. They've had one so far today. Next pitch from Wentz catches the inside corner, and it's 1-1. Don't think Bahari liked that call. Had a check swing, but plate umpire David Noah said it caught the inside corner. 1-1 pitch is inside again, and it's 2-1. Bahari is right on the plate. He is right on the edge of the batter's box on the inside. Wentz is going to need to pitch inside if he can. Next pitch is down low, and it's 3-1. Sikowski leads at first. Don't think he's going anywhere. 3-1 count. Seals with a huge deficit. Pitch from Wentz is inside, ball 4. So second straight walk from Wentz. Something the GoldPanners have issued too many of this summer. Bases on balls, especially with an 11-run lead.
Now up to bat for the San Francisco
Frustrating
Seals.
watching this because it's
RJ McDowell.
Just need to let the other team hit their way on when you got an 11-run lead. But 2 free passes have come with 1 out here in the 6th. Shuck goes out to the mound to talk to Wentz about it and see if he can get something changed around here so that Wentz can deliver some strikes. The GoldPanners can get out of things here in the top of the 6th. Brings up R.J. McDowell, the left fielder, who's 0 for 2. Wentz's first pitch is down low, ball 1. McDowell struck out in the 2nd, popped out to first in the 4th, foul territory. Next pitch for Wentz is on the inside corner, and it's strike 1. Runners take their leads from first and second. Wentz's next pitch is outside, ball 2. Shortstop Jake Ferguson is on deck. The Panners have struck him out twice. See if they can get McDowell here. 2-1 pitch from Wentz is hit in the air, foul off the right-hand side, and it's now 2-2. Kids give chase to that one again, and the girl picks it up before anybody else can get near it. Now they'll all talk to her about it. See if she's willing to trade it. 2-2 pitch is grounded up the middle. Milliken makes a nice stop, but can't quite hang on to it. Keeps it from going in the center. It'll be a base hit for McDowell. Milliken just made a good job, good try to get over to get that. It looked like it was headed to center field. It'll be a base hit for McDowell.
For the Seals, number 10, Jake Ferguson.
And that loads the bases here with one out in the top of the sixth. So Ferguson up now with the bases loaded. Panners with an 11-0 lead. Seals looking to get some runs here. First pitch is ball one to Ferguson. Next pitch is a strike, and it's 1-1. Skowski at third, Bahari at second, McDowell at first. Wentz comes set. Delivers 1-1, and it's foul back, 1-2.
That foul ball brought to you by Mount McKinley Bank.
Left-hander Kagan Wentz working here in the sixth inning for the GoldPanners, his first inning. Positioned a couple walks and an infield hit. Throws the next pitch down low, and it's 2-2. Shuck blocks that one from getting behind him. Seals still looking to score, trailed by a bunch here in the sixth inning. Panners with their third pitcher tonight. Wentz has followed Hogan and Vasquez. Next pitch is fouled away on the right-hand side, and it stays 2-2. Wentz got inside on Ferguson that time.
Brought to you by Kinross Fort Knox.
Wentz has done quite a bit of that this inning, try to pitch inside. Some of these Seals crowding the plate. 2-2 pitch is just misses inside, and its count is full. GoldPanners looking for a ground ball, get a double play to get out of this sixth inning. Seals looking to mount some offense, trailing 11-0. 3-2 pitch from Wentz is again fouled away on the right side, and it stays full.
That foul ball brought to you by Fairbanks Daily News Miner.
Wentz continues to work out of the stretch. Base is full. Comes set. Delivers, and that's fouled off again, and the count stays full. So Wentz keeps coming in. Ferguson keeps fouling him off. Designated hitter Flynn Morrison is on deck. He is grounded out, or walked and grounded out. Three-two pitch from Wentz. Grounded toward third. Shamau fields, throws to second for one. Milliken on to first. Double play, and the GoldPanners get out of it. Wentz did a good job with a full count to just keep throwing strikes. He finally got Ferguson to hit a weak ground ball to third. Shamau started the double play, and the GoldPanners are out of it here on the top of the sixth. Seals do get an infield hit and two walks, leave the bases loaded after the double play. GoldPanners still lead 11-0 as we head to the bottom of the sixth.
Now to bat for your
John Lorky
Goldpanners,
back here with you in the
35,
bottom half of the 6th
Cole
inning. The
Alexander.
Seals make some changes as designated hitter Morrison heads to first base. Starting pitcher Will Sessler is out of the game, and the first baseman Morgan Wyatt now in to pitch. Starts off Cole Alexander here with the ball outside here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Next pitch is outside again, and it's 2-0. So Wyatt on to pitch from first base. That will take Will Sessler out of the ball game as the DH Morrison goes into first. 2-0 pitch to Alexander, catches the inside corner, and it's 2-1. Next pitch, as Wyatt works quickly, that's fouled back, and it's 2-2. Panners up 11-0 thanks to the home run by Tate Shimau to lead off the bottom of the 6th. Panners scored 9 runs in the bottom of the 1st, now lead at 11-0. 2-2 pitch from Wyatt to Alexander is in the dirt. Count is full. Wyatt, like Wentz, works from the stretch even though there's no one on, and Alexander lines the ball into center field for a base hit. So Alexander, as he does so often, hits the ball toward left center field, doesn't pull the ball a whole lot, and hits a sharp line drive into center field. And the Goldpanners again have a leadoff hit here to start the bottom of the 6th inning.
17, Isaac Shuck.
That'll bring up Isaac Shuck, looking for his first hit. 0 for 3 so far tonight, doing the catching for the Panners. Alexander has his second hit after getting a double in the first. Shuck pops up the first pitch into shallow right. Second baseman goes out right on the edge of the turf and the grass. Foul zone makes the catch, and Shuck is out number 1 here in the 6th. That'll bring us to the 8th spot in the order, and Griffin Harrison.
Number 12, Griffin Harrison.
Harrison went after a 3-0 pitch his last time up and flied out to right field after getting on base with a walk and a hit batsman the first 2 times. Alexander with a small lead. Harrison grounds it to third. Throw on to second for 1 and on to first, and the Seals have a double play to end this inning, just like the Panners ended the top of the 6th. So Harrison grounds into a double play. Pahari to foul zone to Morrison. Seals are out of it here in the bottom of the 6th. They'll come up to bat in the top of the 7th with the Panners leading 11-0. Kagan Wentz stays out to pitch for the Goldpanners here in the top half of the 7th inning.
Now to bat for the San Francisco
Both teams got
Seals,
double plays
number
defensively in the
31,
sixth inning to finish those innings. Wentz pitched out of a bases-loaded jam on the top of the sixth in his first inning with strikeout and a ground ball double play to finish it. Starts off Glenn Morrison, the used to be the DH, but now he's the first baseman. Swings through a fastball, strike one. R.J. Aranda in at left field for Brock Rudy for the Goldpanners. Next pitch from Wentz is an off-speed curveball that catches the outside corner. And Wentz quickly out in front of Morrison, 0-2. Next pitch is high and away, ball one. Panners still have Harrison straight away in center. Klez in right. Infield and catching is still the same, just the one change in left with Aranda for Rudy. Next pitch is a slow curve. It's outside, and it's 2-2. That's the same pitch that Wentz caught the outside corner with on his second pitch, but he just missed that time. 2-2 pitch is the same curve, and Morrison goes after it, swings through it. I think he thought initially that ball was going to be outside, and when he saw it breaking toward the corner, he had a kind of a lazy, half-hearted swing to try to get it foul or somewhere in play. And he swung through it, so Wentz gets his second strikeout. Starts the seventh inning now. We go to the bottom of the order in center fielder Jake Moore. Moore so far is 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice. Grounded out to the second baseman. Wentz starts him off, ground ball on the infield of Milliken at second. Throws on to first to Alexander, and Moore is out number 2 here in the top of the seventh. Second straight time that Moore has grounded out to Milliken. That brings us to the top of the order and the second baseman for the Seals, Parker Valzone, who has 2 of the 4 hits for the Seals. Neither one has been hit hard, but he's gotten on base twice with lazy ground ball up the middle and a bloop single over the first baseman's head to start the game. Grounds it to second base. Quick inning for Wentz as Milliken throws on to first to retire Falzone, and that's about as quick as it can get done for Wentz here in the top half of the seventh inning. 1, 2, 3.
Stretch your legs, get your kazoos out, as Lithia Chevrolet of Fairbanks is proud to present Happy Boy.
So the Seals go down. Now we've got Happy Boy here. Start, and the Goldpanners lead it after 6.5, 11-0.
I was walking on the street on a sunny day. Hubba, 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 hubba. I feeling in my bones till I have my way.
Hubba, 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 hubba.
I'm a happy boy. I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way?
Hey, hey.
Yeah, my little dog Spot got hit by a car. Hubba, 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 hubba. Put his guts in a box and put him in a drawer. Hubba, 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 hubba. Well, I'm a happy boy.
Happy boy.
I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey. Forgot all about it for a month and a half.
There he is.
I looked in the drawer and started to laugh. Hubba, 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 hubba. 'Cause I'm a happy boy.
Happy boy.
Happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, now there's Happy Boy. Alaska, number 11, Alex Garcia.
Back with you here in the bottom of the seventh inning. I don't think Happy Boy was quite prepared for Kagan Wentz to have a 4-pitch inning in the top of the seventh, so Happy Boy made it out about 3/4 of the way through the song, but did make his appearance. Alex Garcia on the pinch hit for Marty Munoz here to start things for the Panners. First pitch is a ball to Garcia, but he grounds the next pitch foul on the left-hand side. So Garcia, who attends Butte College out of North Pole, will begin his second season at Butte. going into the fall. Next pitch is grounded to the third baseman. It takes a bad hop over his head. Garcia gets a base hit on that one. As the ball hit the lip of the infield as the dirt makes its way to the turf behind the bag. Third baseman Pahari really had no chance. It's just a routine ball that hit the edge and bounced up over his head. So Garcia, pinch hitting for Munoz, gets a leadoff hit to start the bottom of the 7th inning. Panners with 9 runs in the first, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fifth, batting here in the 7th, leading 11-0. Garcia gets the leadoff base. Shimao hits the first pitch on the ground to short. Throw to second for 1 and on to first, and that's the double play for the Seals. Their second in 2 innings. Shimao went after the first pitch to start the bottom of the 5th and hit it over the left field wall. He hit it well again, but right at the shortstop. Ferguson made a nice backhanded stop. Started the double play, and the GoldPanners now find themselves with no base runners here in 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Bring us to the number 2 hitter, Caleb Milliken. First pitch from White is outside to Milliken, ball 1. Milliken singled his last time in the 5th inning. He's been on base twice before that with walks in the 1st and 3rd. Wyatt's next pitch is outside for ball 2. This game moving along rather quickly after a very long first inning with the Panners scoring 9 runs, but we're just 2 hours into this, and you would think at this point we'd be further into the evening in the 7th inning the way this one started, but it's moving pretty quickly now. Ball 3 to Milliken inside. Wyatt's 3-0 pitch misses way outside, and Milliken is on base for the 4th time in 5 plate appearances.
Now up to bat for your GoldPanners.
That'll bring us to R.J. Aranda, who's normally a pitcher for the GoldPanners, but he came in place of Brock Rudy in left field in the top of the 7th inning. I hope Rudy's okay. I think so. I don't know of any reason. Surely didn't see anything on the field where he may have hurt himself. So Aranda takes over. First pitch from Wyatt is up and away for ball 1. Milliken at first with 2 out. Panners looking to get things restarted here in the 7th after that double play. Next pitch to Aranda catches the outside corner, and it's 1-1. Pretty sure this is Aranda's first at-bat on the season. I don't think he's had anything yet, and he grounds the ball into left field for a base hit. RJ just took that one the other way, just what of a lazy pitch on the outside corner, and he went with it. Raises his arms as he's looked toward the dugout. Milliken makes his way into second base. And R.J. Aranda has a 2-out hit here in the 7th inning. That'll bring us to the – now we're going to hit Andrew Trotman is going to bat for Rimmer. So Rimmer's going to have a night off.
For your Alaska GoldPanners is number 44, Andrew Trotman.
So the GoldPanners letting some of their pitchers hit here in the 7th inning as this game is pretty much not in doubt anymore with the Panners leading by 11 here in the 7th inning. So Trotman stands in, not sure when the last time is that he swung a bat. Probably an American Legion. Swings and misses at the first pitch from Wyatt. 2 down, bottom of the 7th. Milliken at second, Aranda at first. Trotman up for the first time. Next pitch from Wyatt is outside, and it's ball 1. Andrew getting some hometown cheering from the crowd here. Stands in with a 1-1 count. The next pitch is popped up in foul territory toward the Seals dugout. The catcher goes over, and Sikowski makes a nice running catch headed toward the dugout. And Trotman is retired here in the bottom of the 7th. GoldPanners don't score for the 2nd straight inning. They strand 2 base runners. We've completed 7 full. Panners still lead the Seals 11-0. Start the top of the 8th inning for the Panners with a big lead. Seals have the 2, 3, and 4 spots up in the batting order. Padilla comes on to pitch for the Panners. Fort Wainwright's Padilla, Raymond Padilla, 6 foot 225 right-hander. Starts off the Seals' third right fielder Magana with a ball 1. Top of the 8th, Padilla throws the next pitch, and it's grounded foul over by the Seals dugout. Trying to think if the GoldPanners have had they did have a shutout, 14-0 against Inland Valley last Friday. So I hope I didn't jinx things. But they're looking for another one here tonight. Top of the 8th. A little premature to talk about that until we get into the 9th inning. Padilla now with a 2-1 count. Throws to Magana, and it's well outside, and it's 3-1. Panners now with Garcia at shortstop. Came on for Munoz and batted. Next pitch is hit in the air to right center field, and it's down for a base hit. Harrison goes to cut it off. Magana's going to go to second, and he'll be in there with a stand-up double. So the Seals have a leadoff double here to start the 8th inning against Padilla.
Now to bat for the Seals, number 33, Morgan Wyatt.
First hit for Magana, who had been 0 for 2 with a walk coming into that at-bat, and that'll take us to the first baseman, Morgan Wyatt, who has one of the 5 hits for the Seals. Struck out a couple times as well. Padilla, the GoldPanners' 4th pitcher, following Vasquez, Hogan, and Wentz. Deals to Wyatt, and this is hit up in the air foul behind third base.
That foul ball brought to you
Wyatt
by the
way out in
Glass
front of
Doctor.
that pitch.
Fortunately, no cars were harmed in the making of that foul ball.
Top of the 8th, Panners with a big lead. Seals still trying to get on the scoreboard. Have a leadoff double. Padilla throws a curveball, slow curveball that catches the inside corner, and it's 0-2. Wyatt was not looking for that one. He had all kinds of time to swing at it, but all he could do was look at it. Oh, 2 pitch is outside in the dirt. Shuck does a good job to block it. Padilla with a 1-2 count. Milliken still at second base. Munoz the only Panner departed on the infield as Garcia takes over there. Line drive to second base on 1 hop. Milliken catches it and throws on to first. Magana wasn't quite sure if that was going to be caught in the air or not, so he had to wait for a bit, but he still had time to make his way over to third when Milligan threw on to first. Wyatt is retired again, this time on the ground ball to second, and that'll bring up the catcher, Cade Sikowski, who has reached twice with walks. Panners play the infield back with a lead this big. They'll give up a run rather on an infield ground ball. Padilla just misses outside with his first pitch, ball 1. Next pitch is a fastball outside, and it's ball 2. Magana trying to get home for the Seals, trailing by 11. Miranda's still in left field, fairly deep for the cleanup hitter for the Seals. The next pitch is lined into left field down the line, and that gets down for a base hit, so the Seals have their first run. Miranda cuts it off by the line and holds Sikowski to a single, but he drives in the Seals' first run here in the top of the 8th, and over the PA we have a barking
Now
seal. How
Seals,
appropriate.
Number 16, Swoop Pajari.
That was pretty funny, actually, as Andrew, the PA man, gives us a barking seal as a skill. So the first one, I don't know if there'll be more of that to come in the next few days. The first pitch to Pahari to start the
Once again, brought to you by the
Things
Glass
off here
Doctor.
is fouled off to the
And
left-hand
no
side. So
cars were harmed in the making of that foul ball.
0-1 count. Padilla gets ahead 0-1. Runner at first, one out. Seals now trailing 11-1. Next pitch in the dirt. Shuck blocks it, and it's ball one for a 1-1 count. Padilla comes to a stretch. Short lead from Sikowski. He's not going anywhere. The next pitch is a slow curve that's just high, and it's 2-1. Like most catchers, Sikowski doesn't have much of a lead. He's not even close to the edge of the dirt. Next pitch is hit in the air to center field pretty deep. Harrison goes back and in front of the warning track by a pretty good margin. That ball was hit good, but it died out there. And Harrison had no trouble catching up to it for out number 2 in center field.
Now up to bat for the Seals. Number
Second
19,
time that Bahari has flied out to
McDowell.
center field. He's 0 for 3. And that brings us to left fielder McDowell up for the 4th time. 2 out top of the 8th. Panners leading at 11-1. Padilla's first pitch is hit in the air to center field again. And just about the same spot, Harrison hauls it in. And Padilla is out of things here in the top of the 8th. So after a leadoff double, the Seals are able to bring across their first run. Panners get out of it after that, so still leading it after 7.5 innings by a score of 11-1.
And Sunday, we're
John Lorky back with you here at Growden Field, where the GoldPanners have a comfortable 11-1 lead over the San Francisco Seals. The first game of a 6-game series. Brock Klez, 5th hitter in the GoldPanners lineup, comes up for the 5th time. Klez has been on base twice with a walk and a hit batsman. He's also flied out a couple times on the infield. First pitch from Klez is hit in the air to left center field. Moore goes over from center and calls off McDowell in left to make the catch. Klez, first pitch, fly ball. There's one down here in the bottom of the 8th.
To bat for GoldPanners, number 35, Cole Alexander.
Panners with 12 hits, Seals with 6. Cole Alexander up for the Panners now. He has 2 of the hits. Hits the air, ball in the air to left field, pretty deep. Left fielder McDowell goes back to the wall, and it's gone. Alexander has that power the other way. Hits it over the local 1243 sign, and he has his 3rd hit of the night. I believe his 2nd home run of the season. I know he hit one at that tournament in British Columbia, but he powers one over the left field wall. And the GoldPanners have scored again and now lead it 12-1. As Alexander shoots one over the left field wall.
Now up to bat for your GoldPanners.
That'll bring up the catcher, Isaac Shuck. Shuck 0 for 3, so for 0 for 4 rather, reached on an error in the 2nd inning. So one of the Panners along with Harrison that's looking for his first hit tonight. Harrison's on deck. Shuck swings through a fastball, strike 1. Panners with 13 hits and no errors. That'll win you a lot of games. Shuck hits the next pitch in the air on the right-hand side, and it goes back behind the Seals dugout, and it's 0-2.
That foul ball is sponsored by Big Daddy's Barbecue. Someone better move that vehicle or else that may inflict damage.
So Wyatt on the mound for the Seals, working his 2nd inning, and the next pitch to Shuck is lined over the second baseman's head into right center field. That's going to get far enough for Shuck to make it into second base. Moore goes over to cut it off, but Shuck easily into second base with a stand-up double. The GoldPanners have their 14th hit of the night. 2nd straight extra base hit here in the bottom of the 8th.
707, Brad.
Now up to bat for your GoldPanners, number 12.
That'll bring up Griffin Harrison, the GoldPanners center fielder. Harrison's been on base a couple times. Also flied out and hit into double play to end the 6th. Shuck with a 1-out double leads at second base. Panners already with a run in this inning, looking for more as Harrison takes the first pitch outside for a ball. First base coach JT has gone to a little heavier sweatshirt this inning. Ryan Hansen on at third, doing the coaching there. As Harrison takes the next pitch outside for ball 2. Alex Garcia on deck. Next pitch is hit on the ground to the left side. It's in the hole, and Harrison has his first hit of the night as the third baseman Pahari couldn't quite cut it off. By the time Ferguson fielded it in the hole, Harrison had a single. Good job of base running by Shuck to make his way to third base on that one.
For your GoldPanners, number 11, Alex Garcia.
So Garcia, who singled the bad hop ground ball over the third baseman's head last time, comes up with 1 out. Runners at the corners here in the bottom of the 8th. GoldPanners looking for more, leading at 12-1. First pitch to Garcia is fouled at the plate, strike 1.
That foul ball brought to you by Foundation Health Partners.
Garcia goes over to talk to Coach Hansen at third, not quite sure what that could be about. He may just be given some time, as I don't know if that got off the catcher. Umpire's out in front of home plate. He's talking to the catcher too, so that may have kicked off the catcher's foot or something before it rolled over to the GoldPanners dugout. Could explain why some umpire and the Panners third base coach are being a little courteous, buying some time for the Seals catcher. Harrison leads away from first, Shuck's at third. 0-1 pitch to Garcia is grounded sharply foul past the third base coaching box. Shuck points towards center field and says hit it out there, because that was pretty close to him. Garcia wasting no time swinging the bats, finds himself down 2 strikes here. Harrison gets away from first, not much of a lead there. Next pitch again fouled at the plate. I'm not sure that didn't get off the catcher as well. He's holding his left elbow. And now the umpire finds a way to buy some more time and get some more baseballs from the GoldPanners bat boy, Riley, who makes sure the crowd knows how happy he is that his name got announced over the PA. He's about here just about every night, either bat boy for the Panners or Surely doesn't mind doing it for the visiting team as well. 2 strikes to Garcia. He swung at the first 3 pitches. Next pitch is low and outside, ball 1. Panners with their 15 hits have 3 straight here in the bottom of the 8th. See if Garcia can make it 4. 1-2 pitch is hit in the air and foul up over third base. Garcia well out in front of that one. Stays 1-2.
That foul ball brought to you by the Gold Daughters. Visit the Gold Daughters 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. all summer long on the Steese Highway across from the Alaska Pipeline Viewpoint.
Wyatt comes set at the belt. Deals low and outside to Garcia, and it's 2-2. Garcia looking for his second hit of the night. GoldPanners looking for their 16th. They've mounted 12 runs on 15 hits tonight. Next pitch is grounded up the middle, and it takes another bat hop for Garcia over the shortstop's glove in the center field. I don't know if they'd have been able to get 2 on that, but they'd have probably gotten it out at second base. But the way the ball kicked off the infield and the turf, Garcia has another hit. Panners have their 13th run, second in this inning. Garcia gets an RBI single to center.
Back to the top of the lineup for your GoldPanners. Number 6, Tate Chanel.
"13 runs on 16 hits, and that'll bring up Tate Chamau, who has 2 of the Panners hits. First pitch to Tate is high and outside, ball 1. Chamau is up for the 6th time. 2 for 5 so far. Next pitch is lined into left field, base hit. Harrison rounds third. The throw comes into left, but it goes toward third, but nobody's there. Kicks off the front of the GoldPanners dugout. Garcia scores all the way from first as the throw gets away at third, and Chamau comes all the way to third. So GoldPanners have 2 more runs in. On the base hit from Chamau, Garcia goes all the way to third on the base hit and scores on the air from the left fielder. I'm not sure it's really his fault, but no one's on the bag. There's nobody there to take it. So 2 runs come in on that one. GoldPanners have 4 runs in this inning and now lead at 15-1. Chamau came all the way around to third base on that. Now up at the plate for the Panners is second baseman Caleb Milliken. Milliken has 1 hit tonight for the GoldPanners, has been on base 4 out of 5 times. Strike 1 pitch is hit in the air to left field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. It looked like the left fielder could have played that, but he just backed up and let it bounce in front of him. That ball could have been caught with no problem by McDowell out there. I think that's got to upset the pitcher quite a bit because I don't know if he just didn't see it well off the bat. That's what I think happened more than anything is he just didn't see it. Getting a little late out here at nearly 9 o'clock. Left fielder just didn't react well to that one. Milliken will take it for a base hit and an RBI. Brings in Chamau. The Panners have their 5th run of the inning and 18th hit, leading at 16-1. Bring up the 8th batter of the inning, R.J. Aranda, as Milliken's down at first. (16-1) lead. Aranda grounds it to the right side, and that's going to get into right field for another base hit for RJ. Just a nice lazy ground ball, but with the first baseman Morrison holding on the runner, it left a huge gap between first and second. Second baseman couldn't get over in time, and Aranda gets his 2nd straight hit. Seeing eye ground ball to right field. Milliken stops at second. That'll bring up Andrew Trotman once again, who came on as a DH pinch hitter in the bottom of the 7th. So he's up for his second at-bat after popping out to the catcher. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Panners with their second big inning tonight, 5 in this inning, 9 in the first. They've got a 16-1 lead. Trotman pops it up on the right-hand side. Morrison should be able to get a play on this when he gets over in foul territory and makes the catch. And there's 2 down. So the second straight time that Trotman is fouled out. This time to the first baseman. There's 2 down now.
Now to bat for your GoldPanners, number 25, Brock Kless.
And that'll bring up Brock Kless, who led off the inning with a fly ball to center field. Kless singled in the first, still looking for another hit since then. He's flied out 3 times and also been hit by a pitch. Wyatt starts him off with a fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. 2 on, 2 out. Panners up by a huge margin here in the bottom of the 8th. Kless pops it up as well, but I think that's going to get out of play behind home plate. Sikowski comes back, but it hits on the roof, and it's 0-2.
That foul ball brought to you by Mount McKinley Bank.
Brock Kless, outfielder from UC San Diego. Wears number 25, hits from the right-hand side. As Milliken and Aran to get their leads. Wyatt comes to a 2-strike stretch. And Kless fouls this one straight back, and it stays 0-2.
That foul ball brought to you by Usabelli Coal Mine.
Third baseman pulled well on the line because Wyatt doesn't throw very hard, so he's thinking that Kless is probably going to pull one down that way. And Kless way out in front again, fouls this next one off his foot. He's limping pretty good coming out of the box. Kless definitely a pull hitter. Even though the right fielder is pulled toward the line, Kless doesn't hit many that way, but the Seals haven't seen the Panners and vice versa. So you'll see a lot of these fielders switch around and react to some of the at-bats they'll see, because defensively now they just don't know. Runners take their lead. 0-2 pitch to Kless is hit in the air to center field, pretty deep. Moore goes back and heads to the warning track and makes the catch. And Kless is out number 3, but the Panners score 5 big runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits.
It's the top of the 9th.
Strand 2. We've completed 8, and the GoldPanners hang on to a huge lead, 16-1.
Jake Ferguson.
Back with you here in the top half of the 9th inning. GoldPanners with a huge 16-1 lead. Raymond Padilla on to worked the 9th for the Panners. His second inning, he came on in the 8th and gave up leadoff double and the Seals' only run. Starts off Ferguson with a pitch that's a little bit high, ball 1. Next pitch from Padilla is swung through and missed, and it's 1-1. Seals have 6 hits, committed 4 errors. Panners with 19 hits tonight. Next pitch from Padilla is up high, and it's ball 2. 7, 8, 9 spots for the Seals here in the 9th. As Padilla throws 2-1, and the ball is hit in the air to shallow right field, but Klez comes on. He's playing shallow anyway and makes a nice running catch. And for the Seals, it's out number 1 here in the top of the 9th.
Now up to bat for the Seals, number 31, Flynn Morrison.
Brings up Flynn Morrison, who started off as the DH for the Seals, but now playing first base when the first baseman Wyatt came on to pitch. First pitch is fouled straight back just to the right of us, and it's strike 1.
Almost had that.
Right below the PA announcer, Andrew Button, who lets everybody know he almost had that, but since it didn't get in the booth, I don't think he was very close. Next pitch from Padilla, slow curve that bounces up there, and it's 1-1. Morrison so far has been walked in the 3rd inning. He's grounded out to second, and he struck out, so he's still looking for his first hit, 0 for 2. Padilla's next pitch is a fastball that's hit in the air to shallow left. Garcia goes out from short and makes the catch. And Padilla has a quick 2 outs here in the 9th, having retired 4 straight.
Now up to bat for the Seals, number 30, Jake Moore.
Seals down to their last out. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Jake Moore, who is grounded out 3 times to the second baseman, once into a fielder's choice and a couple times with nobody on base. Padilla starts him off with a pitch that swung through and missed. Moore plays center field for the Seals. Where's number 30? Padilla looking to close things out here with a nice 9th inning. He's retired the first 2. Next pitch is a slider that's fouled back, and it's 0-2. Harrison straight away in center. Seals down to their last strike. As Padilla works quickly here in a game that looked like it was going to take forever when the Panners started with 9 in the first, but now we're just a little over 2.5 hours into this. 0-2 pitch from Padilla is a curveball that's lined over down the left field line over Shimau's head. Aranda tries to cut it off, but it bounces a little crazy fashion up against the corner down there, and Moore is in at second base with a double.
The lineup for the Seals, number 18, Parker Falzone.
So Padilla made that 0-2 pitch a little too nice for Moore, who doubles into left field. And the Seals have another runner here in scoring position with 2 outs in the 9th. Brings us to the top of the order. Second baseman, Parker Falzone. Parker has 2 of the 7 hits for the Seals. Padilla still works from the stretch, even though he did that even when no one was on. Throws the first pitch to Falzone, who swings and misses. Padilla's next pitch is on, just misses the outside. I thought he had the outside corner on that, but he didn't get it, and it's 1-1. I got a pretty good view of the outside corner from here, so I think I called that one a little prematurely. 1-1 pitch is fouled off to the right-hand side, just off the end of the bat. And the Seals once again down to their last strike.
That foul ball brought to you by Foundation Health Partners.
Padilla quickly back on the rubber. Looks in at Shuck for his 1-2 sign, come stretch. And throws just on the inside corner, strike 3. So Padilla ends it with a nice strikeout. Getting Falzone looking on the inside corner, so I'm not sure what the typical closeout here, if Garrow just kind of hangs on to it, but we have finished things here in the top half of the 9th inning as the GoldPanners have gone on to win 16-1 rather against the Seals, scoring 19 hits as they win the first game of the series. 16-1. We'll be back out here again tomorrow night at 6:30 as the Rotary Clubs will sponsor tomorrow night. Game time 6:30, as I said, and we'll be out for game number 2. And we'll wrap things up here from Growden Field tonight as the GoldPanners have taken it to the Seals for the first game of the series here by winning 16-1. And Garrow Von Dane will be back again tomorrow night to take over the broadcasting that he does so well, and we'll look sorry then. So this is John Lorky filling in for Garrow saying good night and drive safe, everybody.
Get home safely.